guys, so we are coming to the end of the year and I have a very special countdown for you all of the key defining moments of 2014. So number 1 is the Ebola outbreak, which has plagued West African countries Liberia, Sierra Leone, and Guinea. The CDC reports that to date, almost 7,000 deaths have occurred. My condolences to the families and friends of the victims who's lost their lives to the disease. So following the outbreak, there was a stream of ignorance that circulated in the media, especially when a doctor boarded here in New York City. People even suggested that the U.S. government closed its borders.
It's a disease, has heart disease for instance, but this one is contagious. That's why people are so afraid about it. But we were totally afraid of HIV as well.
Exactly.
And we are working on it.
Well, I thought at first that the situation was going to be really dangerous, but from what I've been reading and seeing in the news lately, it seems like it's pretty much under control, and it's I guess the pandemic is limited to a few countries in Africa, but it seems like I don't know if it was the CDC or the equivalent of the CDC that responded.
But wait, something good came right after that when President Barack Obama passed the immigration bill, which allows immigrants who's lived in the U.S. for over 5 years to stay as long as they pay taxes. So pay your taxes, my people. Speaking of bills, by now you've probably all heard about the recent Bill Cosby rape scandal, which ignited after comedian Hannibal Buress called him a rapist. Yes, a rapist. Since then, women, even celebs like Janice Dickinson, started coming out left and right saying America's beloved actor molested them. And you know, once the celebs are talking, the media is watching. To date, 20 women have come out accusing Cosby of rape. Actress Simone also came out saying the actor, however, did not molest her. Simone was also in the news this year after revealing to Oprah in an interview that she prefers to be referred to as an American and not African American. So don't go calling her African American. Take a look at how people reacted to the situation. You've heard about Raven Simone's comment about not being wanting to call African American.
Yes.
What do you think about that?
I think she's her own individual person and we should let her be called whatever she wants to be called. I mean, I'm a mutt, and if people want to say, oh, you know, if I want to call myself a mutt, I'm going to say, well, I'm a mutt. You know what I mean? I'm from every place you can think of, and I don't think people want to be pigeonholed. You know what I mean? I think if you want to say I'm from Mars and you want to be called a Martian, then you should be able to be called a Martian.
Okay.
I think she's exhibiting self-hate and ignorance of who she is and lack of culture. But that happens a lot when you get people that reach a certain stature in the entertainment industry, and I guess she doesn't want to be labeled a certain way so that she can protect her money. That's how I feel about it.
I found it odd that she would say something like that. I mean, being that she's full African American, I mean, I'm half white and I still, you know, classify myself as like, you know, mixed race or like, you know, Afro-American or however you want to put it. My mom is black, my father is white, so I've kind of always been more true to my black side, you could say.
I mean, it's kind of a weird statement, but if she wants to, you know what, you do you. You know what I mean? You do you. If you, exactly, like if I want to say like, I only want to be recognized for the Italian, you know, 1/16 of my nationality, then you do you. I don't know. Like she said, like I'm quite literally something like 20 different nationalities, and like I don't really, yeah, and I mean, whatever you want to be identified by or not identified by, that's fine.
I feel like either way, she's still putting a label on it. She says she doesn't want to be classified as African American, but American, that's a label. American is still a label. And I feel like I resonate more with African American because American to me is usually towards white people. When you hear American, the big American dream, I think white. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, you don't think black. So I think I could resonate more with African American. And whether you like it or not, you're going to be labeled this life. We use words and labels to describe things. So that's, get over it, you know?
The third most defining moment of 2014 for me is the Millions March that took place last week here in New York City. Tens of thousands of people took it to the streets to protest the non-indictment of 2 white police officers after one fatally shot college-bound teenager Michael Brown in Ferguson, Missouri, and the other allegedly choking Eric Garner to death in Staten Island, New York. Although both incidents have caused a fracas for the past couple of months, celebrity endorsements and social media hashtags appear to be sustaining the movement. We will continue to update you through 2015 if this movement leads to the actual policy changes in how police interact with young men of color in America. Another movement you can't forget about is the Bring Back Our Girls movement that came about after militant group Boko Haram kidnapped almost 300 schoolgirls in Chibok, Nigeria. Take a look at a protest video featuring singer Alicia Keys.
Shall never be defeated. The people united shall never be defeated. The people united shall never be defeated. The people united shall never be defeated.
And that's happening over there. The most unfortunate part is if these were wealthy Nigerians or wealthy Americans or wealthy anyone, we wouldn't even be here at this time. Yes. To remind people what the fuck is going on. Yes. And it is terrible.
Moving on, the fourth significant moment of this year is the release of racially conscious movies like Dear White People, which challenge racial stereotypes about black people. Prior to that, 12 Years a Slave premiered starring Kenyan native Lupita. This was a groundbreaking role for the actress who snatched a Golden Globe for Best Actress. And you can't forget the newly released Selma, which is getting a lot of buzz in the media. Last but not the least is a Kardashian versus Knowles battle on who breaks the internet. By now, you've probably seen the nude paper magazine spread of reality star Kim Kardashian, which received a lot of attention, some negative because of the reenactment of Sarah Bartman, a South African woman who became the object of scientific and medical research. A couple of days after, singer Solange Knowles, Beyonce's little sister, got married, and photos of she and her family fully clothed in all white went viral, also breaking the internet. Then the memes followed. Here are the funniest memes that came out of the situation. Welcome back. So although this was a fun-filled year, we can't forget those who passed, like phenomenal woman Maya Angelou, Miss Ruby Dee, and actor Robin Williams. Rest in peace. Well, folks, that's the show for today. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and follow us on social media platforms at InsideTheDiaspora. And before I forget, this will be the last show of this year and possibly for a little while as SaharaTV prepares for the 2015 Nigerian presidential elections. I have my picks on who will win, but I'll leave it up to you guys to be the judge. Thank you for watching. Have a lovely holiday. Bye.